Alrighty here, ladies and gentlemen. I am trying to talk over what I believe is a lot of ambient noise, so please just bear with me. I had just come from the theater. I have just seen Michael Moore's latest documentary, which is Fahrenheit 11/9, and I can say that this was the most painful thing I have ever watched in cinema. Really. And 11/9, I believe it's the play on 9/11, but 11/9 is the day that America woke up and found out that Donald Trump was our new president. And the whole concept being, how did this happen? And it goes all the way back to Clinton and things Clinton did, which were designed to appease the rich oligarchs of our nation. But it also talks about how Trump utilizes charisma and hate speech and a lot of the same techniques used by Adolf Hitler. And kind of stuck in there, it almost feels like it doesn't fit, is the whole Flint, Michigan thing. And I mean, it's relevant because Donald Trump went to Flint, Michigan as a presidential candidate. And, Michael Moore makes the statement, perhaps to admire the handiwork, but, I think he was just thinking it was a good photo op, but that's neither here nor there. But when you look at this documentary, it says things that are very painful for me to hear as the person I am. Look, I voted for Obama. And it says some very, very evil things about Mr. Obama. And, I look at the tape there. They have a tape of him. And, I mean, I may actually have to go out there and look this up to see how true it is. Because it hurts so badly to see a man I thought of as so much of a hero. But then I was always kind of disappointed with Obama. I voted for him twice. But he, in his own way, did pave the way for Donald Trump. And that's the thing. Again, I make no mistake here. I voted for Clinton, and I feel I got my fingers burnt for that. But it talks a little bit about, not entirely about, but it talks a little bit about how Bernie Sanders was pushed out of the presidential nomination despite the fact that he won the people's vote, but in the Democratic Party, the people don't vote anymore. So the name Democratic or Democrat is just a title. It's meaningless because it's not democracy. And I mean, it's hard to review a documentary because there's of course no plot. But, one of the things that was said in this was that you don't have a democracy if black people don't have the right to vote. If you don't have a democracy if women don't have the right to vote. And so we have not had a democracy in this country for very long. And of course, the same person argues that we don't have one now. And I have to agree with the fact or agree with this statement that we don't have a democracy because, yes, it looks like we don't. It looks like the system's rigged. And even the current president admitted that this system was rigged. So there's that. And also very painful was how they talked about the people of Flint. I did not actually know how much of a race issue. Basically, somebody said it's a city full of black people and that they didn't care about it. So I was not aware of that. But let's just be clear on the fact that this person, this politician, made a decision that poisoned children. And I don't care what color the children are. They're children. Moreover, they are our children. They are America's children. So it is irrelevant what color they are. Okay, they are our children. One might say that they are the world's children, and we should be just as outraged if this happened in Singapore or Iraq or any other country on this globe. But the fact that it happened on American soil is just... it makes me want to vomit. So there was a truly physical reaction. There were times in this documentary where I felt my eyes tearing. There were times I watched this documentary and I wanted to throw up on the ground. It was so painful. Again, I'm also saying you should probably all go see it, because very important. But as the old Russian proverb goes, trust but verify. Some of the things I've already seen from this documentary, and some of them I know a lot about, some of them I don't. But oh, it is so painful to watch so many horrible things happening in this country. This is the most hard-hitting of the more... I haven't seen all Michael Moore's documentaries. I liked Where to Invade Next much more as just a piece of cinema. That was a lot more fun. This one is gut-wrenching. So there's that. I mean, that's just my opinion, though, and I'd love to hear yours down in the comments below. While you're there, maybe like this video or even dislike this video. Either is good. Let's hope that's not from the Flint water. So let me know your opinion. I'd like to start a discussion on this. I am Richard Leland Neal.